BETROAL Chapter 1, The Perfect Life. I stared at my reflection in the mirror, smoothing out the wrinkles on my designer dress. My husband, Alex, was taking me to the most exclusive charity gala of the year, and I wanted to make a statement. My long, curly brown hair cascaded down my back, and my bright green eyes sparkled with excitement that we lived in a luxurious mansion overlooking the city skyline, with a fleet of cars, a private jet, and a team of staff to cater to our every whim. I had it all, the perfect husband, the perfect home, and the perfect social status. As I descended the staircase, Alex flashed me his charming smile. "You look stunning, my love," he said, handing me a glass of champagne. "You're going to turn heads tonight." I giggled, feeling like a princess. We exchanged a tender kiss, and I knew I was the luckiest woman alive. Chapter 2, The Hidden Truth. The night was a whirlwind of glamour and sophistication. We rubbed shoulders with politicians, celebrities, and wealthy entrepreneurs, all vying for attention and influence. I laughed, smiled, and made small talk, feeling like I was on top of the world. But as the evening wore on, I began to notice something off. Alex seemed distant, his eyes constantly scanning the room as if searching for someone. I brushed it off as paranoia, thinking maybe he was just worried about the business deal he was trying to close. It wasn't until we got home, and I stumbled upon a suspicious text message on his phone, that my world began to crumble. "Meet me at the usual place." My heart raced as I felt a wave of nausea wash over me. Who was S? And why was Alex lying to me? Chapter 3, The Confrontation. I couldn't sleep that night, my mind racing with questions and accusations. I decided to confront Alex, demanding to know the truth. At first, he denied everything, telling me I was being ridiculous, that I was overreacting. But I saw the guilt in his eyes, the faint tremble in his voice. Finally, he broke down, confessing to a year-long affair with his personal assistant, Sophia. The woman I had trusted, the one who had been by my side at every event, every gathering. That I felt like I'd been punched in the gut, my world shattered into a million pieces. The perfect life, the perfect husband, it was all a lie. Chapter 4, The planned days turned into weeks, and I became a shell of my former self. I stopped attending social events, stopped taking care of myself, stopped living. The anger, the hurt, and the betrayal consumed me. But one day, something inside me snapped. I realized I had two options: wallow in misery or take control of my life. I began to formulate a plan to take revenge on Alex and Sophia. I knew it wouldn't be easy, but I was determined to make them pay for what they had done to me. Chapter 5, The Investigation. I started by gathering evidence, digging into Alex's past and Sophia's as well. I hired a private investigator, and soon, the secrets began to unravel. Alex had been embezzling funds from his company, using the money to fund his affair with Sophia. They had been planning to leave me, to start a new life together, and I was just a pawn in their game. I felt a cold, calculated anger building inside me. I would not rest until I had exposed them, until I had brought them down. Chapter 6, The Setup. It took months of planning, but finally, I was ready. I set a trap that would ensnare Alex and Sophia in their own web of deceit. I arranged for a fake business deal, one that would make Alex think he was going to make a fortune. But it was all a ruse, a way to get him to confess to his crimes on tape. The day of the meeting arrived, and I was nervous, but determined. I watched from a hidden camera as Alex and Sophia walked into the trap, their smug faces a testament to their arrogance. Chapter 7, The Confrontation. The recording was enough to bring them down. I went to the authorities, and soon, Alex was arrested, charged with embezzlement and fraud. Sophia was fired, her reputation in tatters. As I watched Alex being led away in handcuffs, I felt a sense of satisfaction, of closure. I had taken back control, I had taken revenge. But as the days turned into weeks, and the weeks turned into months, I realized that revenge wasn't enough. I needed to rebuild, to find myself again. Chapter 8, The Rebirth. I sold the mansion, the cars, and the jet. I used the money to start a new business, a business that would help others who had been betrayed. I began to focus on myself, on my health, on my happiness. I started taking yoga classes, reading books, and traveling the world. I realized that I was more than just a betrayed wife, more than just a victim. I was a strong, capable woman, capable of overcoming any obstacle. As I stood on the edge of a cliff, watching the sunset over the ocean, I knew I had finally found my true self. I had risen from the ashes, reborn into a new, stronger person. And as for Alex and Sophia, they were just a footnote in my story, a reminder of the lessons I had learned along the way. The end.